Allow me to educate you. Alright, so I have a math problem for you guys, which I'm going to help you try and figure out, because, you know, math is great, I guess. So I have a problem. So I have $46, I believe. I have $46 and I want to spend as much as I can on Animal Jam toys and possibly get an Animal Jam gift card. So we gotta figure out how exactly we go about figuring all of this out. So what we can do first, I wish I could secure this paper down, but what we gotta do first is figure out how much each gift house is, and then also if you live in a place with tax, you also gotta add that on there. But I don't live in a place with tax, so I mean, I'm saving a lot of money every year. So each pet playhouse costs $2.88, at least where I live. And so what you gotta do is you gotta do, so you gotta build an equation and then you gotta build a table to figure out exactly how much all of this is going to cost me. Alright? So, y equals, I'm trying to bold in everything so that you guys can see it, because if I just write like normal, like, oh, alright, never mind, I don't have to bold in everything, but I might as well. So y equals $2.88 x. And if you guys are not in like science, if you haven't really gotten to this point in math yet, that is perfectly fine. I honestly do not blame you. I did not learn this for a while. But basically, 288x is $2.88 times the amount of toys that I'm going to buy. So y equals, y is the amount of money I have. So I'm just going to write that down. I made a mistake. Y is actually the amount of money that I have, but y is the amount of money that I am going to be spending. So there's a very low chance that I am going to be spending exactly $46 and the amount of pennies that I have in here, because I used up all the quarters and some of the dimes and nickels to get $46. Most of it is this, of course. So, y is the amount of money I spend, and x equals the amount of toys that I get. I know my handwriting is really, really bad. Don't judge me. So, let me explain to you how I figured, like, why y is the amount of money I spend and why x is the amount of toys I get. So y is the output variable and x is the input variable. So 288 is the thing that makes this equation unique, I guess, is a thing that we could do. So 288 is times the amount of toys that I get should equal the amount of money that I spend, logically. So that's why I have the equation put together the way that I do. So we got to figure this out, and so I'm going to build a table with all this space. I'm not going to fill it up, and we're just going to build a table because tables are great. I love them now because they are really, really easy to set up, and they are can be very, very organized. So I'm going to build a table and have all of the x values up until about 20 of them. So I'm going to build all the x values, so basically I'm going to have x, sorry about my shaky hand, and y on the top. And then I'll go down from 1, 2, 3, etc. All the way down until 20, because 20 is the max that I would want to get if I have enough money to get 20 of them, which I very highly doubt I can get 20 toys. So I'm going to build this table really quick, and I will be right back. And here it is. So I have the x values from 1 through 20. Sorry that the thing went over, I just kind of very quickly wrote it. My handwriting is good at first, and then it goes down to like there, and it's really bad. Because I had picked 20 to be the max number and you can extend on the table. I don't really have a lot of room to extend because there's not a lot of lines on here. But you can extend as much as you want if you have infinite space. But I picked 20 because 20 is the amount of toys that you're required to get a peacock tail, which is what I really want to get. And also, I very highly doubt that I could go over 20 toys because I only have $40-something and each toy costs about $2.88. If you guys don't know what I mean by about, then it basically means that I rounded up because the values of 8 is greater than 5. So if a number is 5 or greater, then you round up to the next value. So if you have the number like 4, then you round down to like 0, and then you have the number 5, 6, 7, or 8, or 9, then you round up to the next value. So I'm rounding up to the next value of $3, which is what this would equal if it's about $3, so you round up. Normally with money, you are supposed to round up anyway, so if you have like 4, 3, 2, 1, or obviously 0, then you are supposed to round, or not really 0, if you have like 1 or greater of one of these values, then you are supposed to round up in money, just to be safe, because you might set a budget and you might not have enough to spend. So you might as well go the extra mile and round up, rather than rounding down and thinking you have enough money for something when you actually don't. So anyway, that's my little rant on why about is the word I chose to use. So what we got to do is use the equation that we built earlier, y equals 288x. So obviously, one value of x is going to equal $2.88. Alright, then we double that, and it will be, I gotta use the calculator really quick. And it did get bigger. It seems like it went up a few values in the dollar value. But it is $5.76. I'm gonna show you guys how I got this. So we have my very snazzy calculator right here. My dad's phone went off. I don't know if you guys actually heard that. So I got $5.76. So we gotta multiply 2.88 and then multiply it by the x value, which is 2. Then we press equals, and it's $5.76, which I have. And also, once you have it like this, you can just simply add $2.88. Alright. Which is, I can't really see it through the camera, $8.64. So we're gonna write $8.64 down. And there it is, $8.64. And you can just keep on adding that. So I'm gonna do that very quickly to save the video time. And I completed the table. This took quite a bit, and I actually did have a couple problems with it, but as you may notice that I exceeded my number value, which I totally have $46.08. I probably do not have $48.96 though, so the maximum I could get is 16, but with this, and I did fill out the rest of the table in case I ever do have $57.60, and also I just kind of felt like doing that. Also, I may notice on the calculator it says 57.6. The reason why you add a 0 onto the end instead of just being 57.6, so it's 57.60. This is really no change. You could add as many zeros on the end as you want. The value of the number does not change, and there are a few numbers like this, like 4320, 1440, 2880, and also 7 is 2016. Just like to point that out. And the reason I did that is because the number system is measured in units of 10, so if you have just 57.6, that is different than 57.60 in the money world. So basically, yeah, and you always see the values of like, oh, 10 cents is not just 0.1, which is the same value, but it has to be 0.10 to be 10 cents, if that makes any sense. Oh, puns. Anyway, so I can get a maximum of 16 Adopt-A-Pets with my $46.08, which I probably have more than that. I also would like to purchase some other things. I'm not entirely sure if I should or not, but if I went down $15, so that's 46, that would be $30. I could get, 15, we gotta go down $20, so it's gotta be 20, about. 28.80, I think it's the closest I can get. I could also do 25, so I could buy either 9 or 10 if I want to get an Animal Jam gift card as well. And I don't think I'm really gonna do that. I'm probably just gonna buy completely Adopt-A-Pets, or I mean, really, I just want a peacock tail. So I'm actually gonna go, after the video is done, I'm gonna go check Animal Jam and see how many more pets I need to get the peacock tail, which I'm pretty sure I'm actually at 15, so I only need to buy like 5 more, which would be $14. But I want a lot, so I mean, the more I buy, the higher chance that it'll be for me to get an Arctic Wolf, which I really, really want, because I haven't gotten an Arctic Wolf yet. I've gotten a bunch of other really cool pets, like the ultra rare peacock. There's noises outside. I'm really, really sorry about that. But yeah, 10-minute video for you guys explaining exactly how much it costs to get different variations of this. And I will leave the these values in the description and also the equations if you guys want to figure some of this out yourself. Like, who knows, maybe you have like $100 and you want to buy completely Animal Jam playhouses. But you know what, there is, for those of you who want to do $100, I'm going to show you how to get this 20 value into 100. So 20 times 5 equals 100, so 57.68 times 5 should be, or wait, no. I mean, never mind. You can double this, basically. Sorry. If you want to buy 100 playhouses, though, you could use this to figure it out very easily. You could also use this, but, I mean, it's not as accurate. You could just kind of subtract a little bit. Maybe you could do 17, since that is almost $49, so you could basically get, hold on, I'm gonna do this really quick. Like $34, or it'll cost, you can buy like 34 of them, I think, if you have $100, so good for you. You can buy a lot of these things, which I cannot do. I cry. I'm actually gonna figure that out really quick. Yeah, you can buy 34 pet playhouses. I just did it on the calculator there. So you can buy 34 pet playhouses if you have $100, I think. Hold on, I'm actually going to try to figure this out again. Alright, you're going to be spending $97.92. So, let's just add this, 34 and 97.92. I'm writing it down because if my data gets messed up, then that's fine. I can just kind of go back here and look. It's like, oh, $97.92. So we're going to add $2.88. So, alright, it'll be $100.08. So if you can find some money on the ground or something, you can buy 35. So 35 is basically the closest thing you can get to $100. And I'm sure that you probably have 8 cents laying around somewhere. Just look in the dryer or under the couch, or just go outside and, I don't know, get 8 cents from your parents' wallet. I highly don't, I'm not trying to endorse stealing from your parents. That's a very, very bad thing to do, because they work for that and you don't really, wait. Oh, it's 80 cents. Alright, never mind. So basically just get another $1 and you can buy 35 pet playhouses, which is a lot. And people were assuming that the new person, LeeRox10, or not, yeah, LeeRox10 has the new Alpha Sword, and Apari saying they would have to spend like around $500. And I'm going to contradict that theory by actually doing math and trying to figure all this out. Alright, so if LeeRox10 was incredibly lucky and did not get a double or a repeat, so the equation would be y equals 288 times, you have to use a dot, when using like different variables, I guess, is something. If you're using variables, you have to use the dot little thingy there. So if LeeRox10 was incredibly lucky and did not get any repeats whatsoever, this would be the equation to use. Y equals 2.88 times 96, which is, because there are 96 adopted pets. Don't believe me, look it up, there are 96 adopted pets. So let's, do this. Alright, I am extremely confused. Sorry about my 6 there, it looks really bad in the underlining because I did it really quickly, because I am shocked. The calculator states 27,000, and there's a little comma at the top there, but it's really, really hard to see on this, but you can, it's definitely there. It's right between the 20 and the 7, so, or I mean the 7 and the 6. $27,648, which I highly doubt, because $100 can get you 35 of them, so I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I did it wrong. I might have actually typed in 288 or 28.8. So let's redo this. I got the same answer. See, I'm going to prove to you guys that this is what's happening. So 2.88, and it's really hard to see, but you can see the little dot there, multiplied by 96, there we go, and equals, it's the same answer. So LeeRox10 spent a minimum of $27,648, or Oh my god. Oh, I see. I was looking at it. So the numbers are the same, but the value is very, very different because, so they spent a minimum of $276.48. So if you would like to, if you have incredible luck and you would like to get an Alpha Sword, then you have to spend $276. Oh my god. I'm really, really dumb. So it is actually $276.48. I am really, really sorry about that. I was freaking out, like, dude, so you're basically gonna have to spend around $300 if you are very lucky, and you might get a few repeats. If you are very unlucky and you get, like, basically nothing but repeats, Animal Jam is making a lot of money off of you. I'm really, really sorry about that. Try going to a different town and getting some Animal Jam toys. But basically, that is how you figure out, math and things. So, and I'm answering the question of how much money Lerox 10 would have to spend. So Pari was way off. He was like adding $200 onto what he would have to spend, which is basically like basically what this is stating right here. You'd have to spend $70, like 70 of them would be $200. So you'd have to get, that means that he would have to get around 70 repeats, which is a lot. I don't even know where this guy's storing all the Animal Jam toys, if he's just, like, taking the codes and then selling the toys. But it actually would be a really, really good idea. Like, you could sell them for, like, $2 or something and then make a bunch of your money back. But that's just me. Actually, that's a really good idea. I might do that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you enjoyed. My findings are that Lerox 10 spent a minimum of $276.48. If Lerox 10 was incredibly lucky and did not get any repeats whatsoever and redeemed all the codes without losing a single one, because that's happened to me before, I've lost a code. They spent a minimum of $276.48, and you will, I'll give them some slack. Let's say that they spent, this is around, hold on. So they spent about $300, and I'll give them some slack and say that they spent around $400 possibly, so that they could have 35 repeats, I guess, is what this is saying. You could get for 35 repeats about. So let's say that they spent around $400 and they have 35 repeats. That's probably a more probable thing that you get a bunch of repeats, because that happens a lot. I mean, I was trying to get something. I remember when I was collecting a certain type of toy. Don't worry, it's like kid's toy. And I could not get this one that I wanted, but I had like 3 of this other ones, so there's some that are rarer than others. But I mean, like, he got every single pet, and I'm wondering if he even, like, bought the codes off of other people or something, or maybe Lerox 10 has a job and they have nothing better to spend their money on than, like, they buy food and Animal Jam toys and then their rent, and that's all they get. I'm really sorry, I'm probably being really mean, but anyway, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to use this table, and I'll leave 1 through 20, 34 and 35 and 96 in the description of the video, because those are all the ones that I figured out for you. And 96 is the maximum that you should get, unless you're trying to get all of them like Lerox 10 did and get the Alpha Sword. But hey, maybe if you have $500, then you can just go to Walmart and just buy them out and get all of the toys or something, because that actually would be really fun. I wish I could have the I wish I had the money to do that, but I only have this because I kind of mooched off my parents a bit when they gave me money and I didn't spend it. I mean, I'm spending the same amount of money, just not on what they wanted me to spend it on, so kind of sucks to be them. I have a $20 bill, 3 5s, and then the rest is 1s, and then $2, or $3 is in quarters, and dimes, and nickels. Yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will leave, as I said, I will leave all of this in the description, this whole entire piece of paper in the description of the video. That's it. Bye-bye. Get an Alpha Sword.